Chapter 28. Mad Dad, Sad Dad, Bad Dad. You're not all that clever, sir. Hey, I was away, but I'm back now, because back with a vengeance. And nachos. And a Mountain Dew. Except I spilled it. Oh. Well, I'd like some nachos. And instead of a Mountain Dew, I have Mellow Yellow. I'm gonna have a pizza here in a minute, but, yeah. I've got something over beep. Over beep? Said the Death Note radar? What? Watari looked at the screen, which was all green and spiny, and made his face all green and spiny. Wow. I didn't know radars could, transfer how they look onto humans. Is that contagious? If so, I'm out of here. The frick-wanking Death Note. Fuck-wanking? So you're fucking while you're masturbating. Radar found a Death Note. He screamed, hitting the table and making a teapot explode through sound waves, I suppose. Who used it, Gramps? Asked Elle, all innocently eating a truck full of Hershey Kisses. So they're outside using this radar thing. Is it like the Dragon Ball radar that Bulma has? I don't soddy know, you bugger. Well, you're a dick. It was a secret Death Note. The whole point, as stated last chapter, of a secret Death Note is that the use of it is a secret. Not that the who used it is a secret, but the fact that it exists and is being used is a secret. So how could it be detected with a Death Note radar? Which is stupid, but apparently is a thing that exists. Everyone gasped because other people were there, except Light's mom, 'cause she didn't know what one was, 'cause she's not seen the show. She hasn't seen Death Note show because she's in the Death Note show. Nobody in this entire story has seen Death Note because they're characters in Death Note. And at this point in time, the entire world apparently knows what a Death Note is. You can't retcon that now. Then Light told her. Well, good for him. Told his mother something he didn't really need to tell her. Flipping crumbles, she swore, which isn't swearing. How the darn it will you find that evil dude? That sentence makes so much sense. Out of this entire story, this is the sentence that makes perfect sense. I also don't sodding know, you bird. Somebody needs to punch him in the face, 'cause if anybody's got common sense, you don't call people that. That's rude. But it says the creepy bloke wrote my son in it. It's a secret notebook that you can't possibly know who wrote in it. So you couldn't possibly know it's some creepy dude, or specifically a guy you're calling a creepy dude. Whatever. So it could be anyone? We are doomed! 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 Light wailed like a baby who licked, saying doomed. Wrong! We know they have a son. That means every dad in the world could have done the creepy, but no one else. No, Mom could have wrote it. Moms have sons. What if he was an adopted son? Said Knight, using her super detective skills. That's not really smart or detecting anything. There's only one thing to do, said Day, leaping into action. He went to the TV station and asked to go on the news, and they let him 'cause he's the good twin, so he can't be up to evil. No, you can't just walk into a TV station and ask to be on TV, unless you're like fucking Elle or something. And I don't mean like you're fucking Elle, I mean like you are actually Elle. Though if you're fucking Elle, you probably have pretty high status to do whatever the crap you want. So yeah, but you can't do that. Much like Sexy Santa, you can't do that. What's up, people? Get it? Yes, I do. That wasn't very clever or anything. He said, thumbs up, and a cheesy grin stuck all over his face. I have good news and bad news. Again, they really wouldn't let you be on TV, let alone in a TV station. Everyone was excited and watched closely in case it was the lottery and they won. There's a designated time for when you check the lottery or you get a computer. But it wasn't the lottery, it was death! Because that's good news. Though he did say he had good news and bad news. The good news is that we have discovered a new death note. That's not good news. And it's a secret death note. That's also not good news. Which is pretty cool, I guess. The bad news is that every dad in the world is under arrest. That's not how shit works. And how do you possibly do that? Every dad in the world went, no, this is bullshit. You can't do that. No, really, you can't do that. All angry and shocked and scarred, and repressed, and dancing with unhappy and screaming and ragey and angry and pokey all at the same time, except the evil one who put his fingers together and said, just as planned. So you planned on getting arrested? Even though this is retarded? At the police? Every dad in the world was a lot of dads, so they needed to use the janitor's cupboard. You can't fit all of the fathers in the entire world into Tokyo, much less into the police station. That's impossible. They should go to their local precincts if you are for some dumb reason doing all of this. Janitor's cupboard where he kept the peats in, whatever, and also some toilet paper as a jail. Well, I don't know what a pite in is, but you can't use stacks of toilet paper as bars for a jail cell. This made Dirk sad. I am sad, he roared, looking sadly at the lock on the door and the desk lady who was naked, still for some reason. I wanted to sex you, but I guess I will have to wait until I save America, because America is in danger. I am sadder, desk lady said, and it was true, 'cause she really liked sexing even more than Dirk, 'cause he was the best sexer in the world, and they said so on TV. I forgot about that. So she liked sexing even more than Dark, meaning she liked sex more than Dark liked sex, or she liked sex more than she liked Dark. That's kind of vague. Desk lady, because she wouldn't actually have a name being used this much in the story, said the cop with an afro sprinting in? It's a cop with an afro that sprints in to places, I guess. Even though it should be Aizawa, his fro went everywhere. Well, I would imagine so, since, it's sprinting in, like a machine gun made of hair. Well, yeah, you said it was sprinting in. There's a chick at the desk. Yeah, if she's the desk lady, there's a chick at the desk. But I guess you mean a completely different chick at her desk, whatever. This is a job for desk lady, because that's how people talk when they're working. She said like Superman and flew. She can fly? Why didn't she do that before? Except she can't fly 'cause she's just a normal lady, so she just walked but did it extra fast. Then you shouldn't say she's like Superman and she flew. You should just say she left quickly, or she walked quickly out of the room. There are better ways to express that she was leaving, and doing it very fast. She was naked, but it was too important for her to get dressed. Actually, it should be the opposite. It's too impotent for her to get dressed. Well, being a woman, you sort of don't have a dick, so Yeah. Hello, I am a chick, said the creepy chick, because she doesn't give a name except that she's a creepy chick. She had long hair which looked like a wig, and a big chest which looked like a soccer ball in her top. So not a very convincing chick. I need to speak to the chief of police about something, because when you're requesting to speak to the chief of police, you just say you want to speak about something and not actually mention what it is, or give your real name, or show up looking like an actual person. There is a cat in a tree or something stupid, and only he can help. Isn't that what you call the fire department for if they come out and will actually get in a tree and save your cat? I'm sorry, the chief of police is Sorichiro Yagami. Why would you say that? Knowing about death notes, you would know not to say his whole name. And he's Dark's and also Light's dad, so he got arrested. Because the chief of police will be arrested. Makes perfect sense. That is a shame. Also, I don't think that guy needs to know about people's lineage. Anyway, that is a shame. I guess I will stay here and wait until he is released. The cat might be dead by then, you know. And no one likes dead cats except for creepy dudes, which I am not 'cause I am a chick. A dead cat! Screamed Desk Lady. She licked cats. And they licked her. Well, cats do kind of lick people. And a dead cat was the saddest type of cat. I'll have to agree with this, having had Izzy die last year. I will take you to him right now. So, a cat being in a tree isn't good enough, but a cat that might be dead is. As much as I love cats, the police, they're not going to equate a cat's life with a human life. Also, why is Izawa not arrested? He has two daughters. She grabbed creepy chick who wasn't really a chick and took her to the janitor's cupboard. Dark, I thought he was supposed to see the chief of police. Dark got all jealous 'cause he thought they were going to sex. Hello, Mr. Yagami, she said. I have bad news. An evil dude has put cats... What? He said a cat in a tree and might be dead later if this takes too long. Now we suddenly have multiple cats in multiple trees. Before they blow up. What in the crap? Why would you do that? They wouldn't save the cats, they'd send bomb experts, and if the cats died, people would be like, oh well, sorry for the cat. Like I said, cats, despite my affinity for them, humans do not view cats in the same vein as they do themselves. D would be sad. I have bad news. An evil dude has put cats in every tree in the city, and we need every cop to save them before they blow up. OMG, swore Soichiro. But I am arrested, so there is nothing to do. I will have every cop left in the city help you, though. That's L, Dark, Night, Light, Day, and Watari. They're not cops. L is a private investigator. Dark is an asshole. Night is an asshole. Light is an asshole. Day is a clone that was just born. And Watari is a butler/assistant to L. The only technical cop here would be L. I thought Watari was a dad, and so was Dark, screamed Desk Lady. Why wasn't he arrested? His son went missing years ago, just after L was born. So? That's a damn mystery, said the creepy chick. I guess if he was still here, he would be alive and dressed as a chick or something. Anyway, I need to see L and do things by. 'Cause what I just said wasn't suspicious or obvious at all. That chick was creepy, Desk Lady said to Soichiro, and then they sexed. 'Cause fuck the cats that could be dying right now. Also all them bombs. 'Cause I felt sorry for him 'cause he couldn't sex last time 'cause he was old, but now he's okay. I went over this last time this came up. If you don't want to write characters having sex, that's okay. But with how little you're writing anyway, It's okay just to say Soichiro had sex with his wife, because you're not going into any actual detail. In the police room, they only have one room because apparently Tokyo, or Tokyo that is in America, apparently, is only a very tiny city. Probably not even a city. There's a couple of buildings. If the police station has one room, I've searched every wanking tree in the city, but I didn't find a cat, said Watari, getting out of the Watari mobile. Da-da-da-da-da. Damn, must have been a mistake. Sorry for wasting your time. No, that's a pretty mistake when you say there are bombs strapped to trees. That's a false report, and you get arrested for that crap. No problem, creepy chick, said Dark, slapping her in the back. Not on the back, but actually his hand went into her back and touched her spine, I guess. The soccer ball fell out of her chest, but no one noticed, and she stuck it back in. No one noticed that you have one large boob, that you only have one large petunia, but no Roxy to accompany it. Glad to help. But now we have a bigger mystery to solve. Who will die? It must be a son, Knight said, 'cause she's real smart. Everybody in this story is stupid, and anybody with common sense would know this. 'Cause she's real smart and the best detective in America. Why are we still in America? This takes place in Japan. And he must have an evil dad, said L, making himself even smarter and getting back the title. No, not really. That means it must be, said Dark, working things out in his head. Near. Then L died. Again. OMG, that was too good. Next time something might happen. Because nothing's really happened in this entire story except stupid shit and nothing really brainy or detective-y. And we're not even trying to come up with something on the level of Sherlock Holmes. Chapter 29. The Fight, except no fighting. So then why is it called The Fight? That's stupid. It's been a while since I posted so's. 'Cause of that, have a flashback. It's been a while since you posted something, so have a flashback. Better than a flash forward? Watari forgot what was going on. What? Watari forgot what was going on, 'cause you just forget every dad in the world being arrested. What was going on, so he got his computer. It was like a supercomputer, and it had 1,000 screens and keyboards in every language and a webcam and a magic thingy that turned off automatically if anyone tried to see Watari watching his naughty videos. Because that's what you do on the job. They were British videos. You know, porn comes in a variety of kinds and races and nationalities. Yeah. Also, why does it need a magic thingy to turn on? You know, their web browsers are some web browsers have like a panic button now. Some of those kinds of websites even have a panic button. So, he went to flashback mode and it told him what happened because he had cameras everywhere, even in Naomi's house, which is wrong. I'm pretty sure a violation of her rights. 'Cause that's where he got the naughty videos. So then how were they British? Is it when she was doing Dark and they were in that car, traveling through a tunnel to whatever? Previously on Light and Dark, the adventures of Dark Yagami, said the computer, because that's a thing that it can do, because it knows it's in a story. Also, I wish entire lives had flashback mode, because it would be nice to, if I forgot something and I needed to remember, I'd just hit flashback mode and it could tell me. But anyway, it's like, oh yeah, it was bread that you needed to get and completely forgot to. So there was this creepy dude, and he did some creepy stuff, even though apparently this is supposed to actually tell me, but it's not really telling me. It's just kind of vaguely suggesting that this might have been how stuff happens when it kind of was, but it wasn't. And Dark got cloned by Light. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's by Night. Got cloned by Light to make his new clone Day. Which actually wasn't what happened. It was Light who was cloned, accidentally cloned, because he jerked off into one of Night's test tubes and created a good clone who refused to make Light his dad and decided that he would rather be adopted by Dark instead. New clone Day, who is good and also a dude. Okay. The creepy dude got a secret death note and dressed as a chick and killed Matt, apparently now, instead of Matt just dying because he did some crazy crap with Yotsuba, and went to the city and put some cats in trees, except that he actually didn't. He lied about that, and sexed with the desk lady, which I don't think that actually happened. I don't remember. It's been like 2 weeks. And then Elle died. But who did it? I don't buggering know, that's why I asked you! Watari screamed and punched the computer in the face, and all of the screens exploded. What? But who did it? I thought he didn't. The story stated that Watari wasn't paying attention and forgot all of the shit he should know by now. So he put his supercomputer, which has keyboards in every language and webcams and stuff, and with thousands of screens, he put it into flashback mode so he could recap for himself everything that's happened so far. But then, during the flashback mode, when the computer asks the question, but who did it, he punches it and says, "That's why I asked you," making all his thousands of screens explode. Not only apparently does this computer have a whole bunch of screens, it also has a face, because Watari punched the computer in the face because it was asking a question in general and not him, and he didn't even ask it who killed Elle. Why am I trying to put logic into this? I'm just making my brain hurt more trying to explain it. Meanwhile, back where things were happening, because that was totally pointless, at the police station in the city where Light and Dark lived, because I still don't know that they live in Tokyo. Or did they ever actually say it was Tokyo? I just think it was like the Tokyo area. Who killed Elle? Asked Day, poking his head. Poking his head, his own head, or poking Elle's head? Perhaps the killer was near. Get it? Yes, I get it. Joked Light, but no one laughed 'cause he's no good at jokes. Or no one laughed because you've used the near joke lots of times. And you keep putting get it beside it, and I'm like, well, how am I supposed to not get it? I hate Eve, that guy. So you hatey him. Okay. And just want his death to be near. But he's dead. So his death can't be near, 'cause he died. In fact, it's past him now. I am suspicious about creepy chick, Dart suspiced, and pointed to the chick who was pretending to be a chick. I don't know. I have nothing to work with here. I have sexed with a lot of chicks, and I know what chicks look like naked. So the chick pretending to be a chick is naked now? And you don't have to have sex with girls to know the difference between a girl and a man with their clothes on. If you don't, then you must be blind or have really shitty vision. Light was sad 'cause the only time he ever saw a girl naked, he was blind? Wait. Light was sad 'cause the only time he ever saw a girl naked, he was blind 'cause Near had just blind noted him. I don't remember that ever happening, and a lot of shit has happened in this, and you couldn't have seen a girl naked if you were blind. And did you not have a massive sex orgy with your mother and sister and brother earlier? Not to mention Misa, I believe, was there, and the lady from the bus. Though I might be wrong about Misa, but I want to say she's... Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he couldn't see her, which means you never did see her, and that's why Light hated him. Okay. And also cause of the time Nier tricked Light into death noting Taylor Swift. That never happened at all. Who was his favorite singer? What? Also, how can Light be tricked into death noting Taylor Swift? Author's note. TV Tropes said Nier never does anything deserving of his kicking, which is a douchey thing to say, TV Tropes, and I hope you read this, 'cause I'm fixing that now. What? Nier, with no space, Nier never does anything deserving of his kicking. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? What does a chick lick naked? Light asked, pretending he already knew. Wrong knew. Also, if you have to ask, it's clear you don't know. You never seen... You didn't go through sex ed and have this explained to you? And it was a rhetorical question. How's it a rhetorical question? He's asking what a woman looks like naked. Or are we talking about baby chicks? And in that case, when they look like your dinner when you get the chicken out of the bag and you're going to put lemon juice and pepper all over that chicken. Pretty much what a chicken looks like naked. And it was a rhetorical question, but it wasn't. Well, if you're that silly and don't know what a woman looks like under her clothes somehow, she has 2 boobs, and instead of a penis, she has what's called a vagina. It sits between her legs, sort of like where a guy's testicles go, but it's a little smoother but very hairy. And the place where the woman pees, instead of through a little tube thing that sits somewhere on the thin of her crotch, is actually under her inside. Yeah, that's... I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm just going to stop. I already know, instead of knowing something, he negatives something. But I want to make sure you already know as negative, but you want to make sure, okay? But I want to make sure, 'cause I could be wrong, and I could have been looking at a duck instead. So we are talking about baby chicks. I swear I did not see that out of the corner of my eye. That is, I wasn't calling that, but I apparently did. Female women, redundant, but okay. Female humans, I think you mean, normally have 2. No, we don't. We do not have 2 chests. I have 1 Petunia and 1 Roxy. I don't have 2 chests. I have 2 breasts. Ugh. And Creepy Chick, because we're not gonna give her a name, only has 1. Which, if anybody paid attention to last chapter, is actually a soccer ball or something she stuffed in there. And it fell out, so then she had to get it and stuff it back in there. Dark spoke, pointing to the football in the Creepy Chick's top. That is not right. Well, clearly it's not. I mean, you could tell the difference between 2 actual boobs in somebody's shirt and somebody with basketballs, or football in this case, in their shirt. That is not right, except maybe she's from Canada, where these things happen? Canada? Oh, hell, Canada. Where these things happen. Creepy Chick, Are you from Canada? Shouldn't that have been your first question so she couldn't lie about it? If this was actually a thing. Yes, I am, and I eat maple syrup sometimes, which did this to me. It made you put a football in your shirt? Okay, well, Canada, I think, is going to come down, find out where you live, author, and beat your ass. But that's just me saying. You have my sympathy. I think that's spelled wrong, but I'm not sure. Dark returned. But that was a trick! Chicks from Canada have 2 chests. Lick every other dude. Okay, so we have 2 chests. We have 2 torsos, I guess. Or are we just talking about our rib cages? We have 2 rib cages. Like every other guy. Every other dude, he says. So men, you also have 2 chests. You are an imposter! Authors know. This is a twist, guys! Not really. If you have 2 brain cells to rub together, you are too smart for this fanfic. No dash O 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 dash O. You know what? I'm sick of doing that. Roared the creepy dude, who apparently isn't a chick anymore, is definitely a dude now. We're sure about this. I bet we'll change our opinion in a minute. Roared the creepy dude, tearing off his chest. Wait, so he had the football between last chapter and this one. He had the football surgically implanted into his chest. So he ripped his own chest open to show all his muscles and crap in order to show that he had the football in there. Ow! Yes, dash S, dash S, dash S, dash S, dash S. Okay, we get it. Roared Dark even louder and tearing off his shirt and his pants and his tie. Why is he wearing a tie? And why does he do this at all? They looked at for each other for a minute. Then Dark shouted, Watari! Get the father detector! The father detector? How? You mean I guess they mean a DNA kit, and they're going to take their samples of their DNA and see if they match. I guess. I know this fic is dumber than that, and he probably doesn't even know what a DNA test is. Watari came. That's... No, Watari, that's the wrong father detector. That's the wrong one. Yeah, put that back in your pants, and go get the actual father detector. Yeah, okay. He had a machine in his hands that looked like a bomb, which scared people, but it was actually just a father detector. I don't really know what the machines look like. They analyze and separate your DNA to do a profile of it, but okay. He stuck the wires to the creepy dude's neck. That's not how shit works. And eyes. Ow! He just has gaping holes in his face now, instead of eyes. And butt. Why does he need it stuck to his butt? Why am I questioning it? He just gouged out his eyes. And the machine went bip, 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 and exploded. Because that's a thing that would happen. And then a paper came out. Why wouldn't it just print this paper or have some kind of readout or something from it? Why did it need to explode? Watari read the paper and shouted, This scoundrel is Ella the Queen fucking Dad. This scoundrel is Elle, Queen fucking Dad. That is quite the name. I'm sure Her Majesty appreciates being named after, having somebody named after her in such a kind, touching way. Why the freaking frick did you freaking kill your freaking son? Freaking Soichiro spat in the guy's face, holding his head against his... Isn't he, locked up somewhere? Against his, like they were going to make out? That just totally changed what was in my mind into something I'm sorry, I'm now imagining Soichiro and Beyond Birthday Slash, and you guys need to see the expression on my face, cause it's just the kind of, well, that's really weird, but I'm also creeped out, kind of. But then again, I'm the kind of person who would read, mellow Soichiro stories, so yeah. They weren't cause, they were just trying to scare him instead. So Soichiro is more than one person. Before the creepy dude could answer, an asteroid hit him and he died. That's convenient. Elle walked into the room holding a death note. I guess we will never know why he tried to kill me, Elle lolled, and closed the death note and scribbled out what he'd written so none could read it. If this is going nowhere or you don't know how to end it, why even put it in your story? Also, how did Elle come back alive? Did he go through that whole ghost note bullshit that whatever, it doesn't matter? Elle glomped tonight all happy. You're alive! Why would she do that? That's somebody else's boyfriend, not yours. But then whose, without an apostrophe, body is that? Asked Light, pointing to the dead body of Elle, which was still laying on the floor where it had been death noted and was starting to smell. It's been there that long that it's starting to decay. What in the fuck is wrong with you guys? Why didn't you move him? Why didn't you at least put him somewhere where that would have been much nicer and polite to keep somebody who's passed away? What in the shit? You just left him on the floor for weeks? He punched a vulture in the face to... Ew! That is disgusting. And kind of upsetting considering stuff that's recently happened. He punched a vulture in the face to make it stop eating him. That is disgusting. And how did a vulture get to Tokyo? And why is it there in the building? Whatever. It's probably nobody, Elle said, waving like a moron, I guess because... So, wait, which one of them was Beyond? I'm confused, but anyway. Now who wants pizza? After that gross description, not me. I'm not hungry anymore. In fact, I'm kind of nauseous. Everyone liked pizza except for Light's mom, which I still haven't given her a name. So they all went to Pizza Hut except Light's mom, who stayed to investigate the crime scene. Why? What point is... She's not a cop. She can't do that. This is definitely Elle, she said, stealing his wallet and looking at his fake ID. If his ID is fake, then you have no idea if that's actually who he says he is. She said, stealing his wallet and looking at his fake ID he made so he could drink beer. He's like in his 20s. He can drink whatever he wants. I don't know if he ever actually does drink, because all you ever see him doing is eating sweets. But anyway. But then who was that other L? ... Meanwhile, at Pizza Hut, everyone was eating pizza and cheese went everywhere. Why? Did they have a food fight with the pizza? And went everywhere, and there was tomato on the walls, and it looked like a shooting in a cheese factory. That's... The word I'm looking for isn't insensitive, and it's definitely not polite. I'm not sure what it is the word I'm trying to come up with, but that's what this is. Tacky? I'll go with tacky for now. So I guess they did have a food fight or something. Okay. Elle was thinking to himself in the bathroom. I hope no one figures out who I am, he said forcefully to himself. I hope no one knows who I am! Because I am not Elle, I am Elle's brother! I'm Elle's brother, who is called K! What, did you watch the live-action movies or something? Is that where you came up with that? Except I'm pretty sure K was a girl. No one heard, as in herding sheep, him except Near, but he had food poison, so he didn't care. I don't think this guy would be monologuing to himself if somebody's in the stall next to him puking. In fact, I wouldn't even want to be near that, no pun intended, so I would go to another bathroom. More next time. Again. Chapter 30. After night comes the dawn. This is the 30th chapter, so I've been working on it extra long for you. It took like a hole, as in a hole in the wall, afternoon to write, so it will be gooder than normal. It'll be gooder than normal. It was a rainy day and hot and windy, and Dark and Light's mom was walking down the street and smoking, because you see her smoking all the time. She's known for that. And drinking whiskey. I don't think you're allowed to be walking around outside drinking. Is that illegal? Whatever. Like a detective dude from an old film. Everything was black and white and gray in bits, and all the traffic lights looked the same, so cars were crashing everywhere. Granted, I don't know what traffic lights look like if they were in a black and white world. I'm pretty sure that given the location of where the lights are on the traffic light, you would know which one's red, yellow, and green, and thus could navigate. Also, there are driving rules that people use when traffic lights go out. And then in some places there are no traffic lights at all, so there are still rules that people follow so everybody can get where they're going, and that there are no accidents. Anyway, she knew Elle was dead, and Elle was not the real Elle, but was another dude. That dude was Kay, but she didn't know that yet, you guys. Well, no shit. We didn't need the reminder. There was only one guy who could work it out. The brainiest dude in the world. Which now is Dark, Light, and, Night. I couldn't think of her name for some reason. Maybe Day. I don't really know how smart Day is supposed to be. She went home, and everything, as two separate words, was bright and made of colors again. How does that even work? Dark and Night were there playing just course 2 and blowing stuff up. I see. Well, I'd be kinda mad if they're blowing stuff up in my house. And Dark made like a million chaos and a helicopter caught on fire. He made a million chaos. Like Chaos Emeralds or the Monster Chaos that was in the Master Emerald. Kitties! She shouted, running through. She just plowed through it, leaving an imprint of herself through the door, with a plate of cookies and cartons of milk for everyone. That silly Elle dude is a naughty man. He's not the real Elle, but a fake, and I need to work out who, since you kids are the smartest kids in the whole darn world. I want you to find out who. Why is it her doing this? Also, why is she bribing her kids who are pretty much whatever? I don't need to be asking questions and thinking too hard about this. "'Kay, Mom," Dark said, SED. They were blood banana cookies. Oh, we're back to the blood banana crap again. So he fed them all to Blood. Then why did she make them for her kids if he... Whatever. All to Blood. And Blood did the happy Shivangami dance. So I guess it's like in the intro with Ryuk and the apple, where he's just holding it up in the air and he's, dancing on one foot, then he switches to the other. But even us two smartest dudes and also a chick, I thought wasn't it Dark and Night? Light wasn't there, or Day, so how could you include them as part of that? Whatever. And also a chick in the world could not work it out on her own. I'm sure you couldn't. Yeah, Night said her hair dying, so it just all died and fell off of her head, leaving her bald. Well, need to know algebra, and photosynthesis, and all that other super brainy stuff that dudes like Einstein did. You learned that shit in school. And if you were really the geniuses the story claims you to be, you would already be able to do all this math and shit. And I would hope you'd already know what photosynthesis is. It's not really that hard. Also, what does photosynthesis and algebra have to do with a little detective work in finding out who a dude called K is? Wait, I have an idea! Screamed Knight, jumping up. Come to the cloning machine, brother. Author's note. See the origin of Yagami for the deets of the cloning machine, but basically it's a machine that makes clones. Well, no shit. Also, what does the cloning machine have to do with... Are we gonna make another clone, really? Night and Dark both got bits of their DNA, not their DNA, but DNA that just happened to be there, I guess, out. Wait, so they actually deconstructed themselves and took out bits of their own DNA. Well, that would explain why a lot of this stuff in this story is stupid. DNA out and made them big and put them... So they did make them... Wow. They made them seeable size, I see. And put them in the cloning machine. They also put some lion DNA in there for stronger. Stronger what? Can the machine not operate unless there's lion DNA in there? Okay. The machine started and it went faster and faster and faster, and there were lights everywhere because the cloning machine was making them from Light's DNA. That's just because he's named Light doesn't mean light comes out of his DNA, unless he's like a mutant and has electric powers or something. Light's DNA, but then they all died. Then I guess it's a failed clone if his DNA died and required both his and Knight's. Whatever. The machine was going so fast that a tornado came out and blew the roof off, and the sky ripped open and lightning bolts the size of Russia exploded out of the sky and smashed the machine, and bits went everywhere, and they were on fire and nuclear, and all the light clones came back to life like Frankenstein's. There's only one light clone. Only one. Also, what does light have anything to do with this? It's dark and night. A machine like the DNA machine could not spin so fast that it creates a tornado which rips the roof off of your house, which somehow goes into the sky, forcing a lot of water molecules to go, well, not molecules, but water to go up into the sky to form rain clouds and all of that, to have friction together and thus create lightning bolts from all the friction and tension and crap. You also couldn't have nuclear up in there. I mean, you get some radiation from the sun, but with the proper ozone layer and the layers of the ozone... Why am I explaining this? What the fudge cake? Screamed Light's mom, punching one of the clones in the head, and the head went pop like a birthday cake being thrown onto the highway, and goo went everywhere with bits of brain. Well, yeah, if they're zombies like Frankenstein's, I guess. She pulled out 2 guns. Who did this? Light's mom pulled out 2 guns, but they were safe guns, and they only shot Nerfs. Then they're Nerf guns, not safe guns. And the Nerfs bounced off the zombies and hit other zombies and killed them. That's impossible for Nerf guns to do. Dark did a clothesline, and like 20 lights got hit, and their heads went everywhere and bounced like Nerfs. One hit Night, so she hit with a baseball bat, and it killed like 100 more lights, and she got a home run because she hit one of the heads out of the park, I guess. But they came back to life, even if they could, she knocked their heads off. They would be kind of useless without their bodies, and their bodies would be kind of useless without their heads. Anyway. So Dark had to punch them all out again because Night was just a girl and girls can't kill zombies. Bullshit, sexist motherfucker. Except some can, like in Resident Evil. But Night can't, okay? No, that's not okay, considering she's hitting them with a fucking baseball bat. All the lights were dead. Then the cloning machine went beep, beep, weep, and opened, and a dude came out. He had claws like a lion, and hair like a lion, and teeth like a lion, but the rest of him was normal, except the tail, which was also a lion. He was a dude like Dark, but he had Knight's mohawk and tattoos. So, wait, you created Wolverine with a tail, and for some reason had tattoos? Hello, he roared. I am the clone of Dark and Night, and I am the double smartest dude in the world. You're the double smartest dude? How do you even know English? Or Japanese in this case. And my name is, because they wouldn't have bothered to name you and you would have been able to pick your own name. And my name is Dark Knight Yagami? Get it? It's a joke, 'cause he's like Batman. No, he's like Wolverine. That name is too long. Now you are called Dawn Yagami, said Dark, slapping him in the face for having a stupid name. 'Cause you will bring a new dawn to our crime fighting, which is all one crime fitting. Our crime fitting. 'Kay, said Dark Knight, except now he's called Dawn, as he got himself some clothes. He wore a suit, for some reason, like James Bond, because they would just have that lying around, and 2 robot ties. Why? That could be tied together to make a sword, because again, we'd have that just laying around. That could cut anything. Why not just give him an anything note? Oh wait, you somehow lost that. His shoes were black and shiny, and they had heels that were fish tanks with fish in them. So he was trapped in a box and nothing to eat. He could eat the fish. Oh, if he was trapped in a box. That's not how those kinds of heels work. They're not real fish in them. Okay, let's do this thing, he roared like a lion, because, yeah, and jumped out the window, smashing it even more and landing in the road. He punched open a truck, and it was a massive truck, and he drove it to the police station in the city, because there's no other police stations in the country at all. Meanwhile, at Watari's house in Wales, Watari was watching his naughty films and getting happy. Well, good for him, I guess. Then Kay came in. He was holding a laser gun. Hello, my good friend, Watari bellowed, turning off the naughty films because they had naked chicks in them. So he wouldn't have watched the naughty films. So he was okay with the naughty films until naked chicks showed up. I guess he cares a lot about chickens. And, chick exploitation movies. Those poor little birds. What be you doing this fine day? He's holding a laser gun. Probably going to kill you. I just wanted to give my grandpa a hug, Kay said, stretching his arms super wide. He had eaten a load of Jell-O, and the front of his shirt was all slimy and greasy and covered in bits of Jell-O. And sick? Ew. Ew. I swear, if it turns into one of those stories, I'm just stopping, guys. Like, really. And it was kind of rank, so Watari made him towel himself before he could hug him. Then they hugged, but Kay stuck the laser in Watari's back. Why did he need to hug him? Why didn't he just, hey, I got a laser gun, do what I say or I'm gonna shoot you. Don't move or I blast you to bits. Whatever you say, you confounded wanker. Watari panicked and not moving except to cry from scarredness. Then Kay shot him. Wow, you're a dick. And a laser came out. Well, yeah, it's a laser gun. It went through him and nearly hit Kay. How? Kay is the one who's shooting him. But he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Wouldn't Watari have noticed that? Not again, bloody bugger. It's what Watari says whenever he dies. No, he doesn't. Watari died on the floor, and Kay drove to the airport and bought an airplane and flew to America. Because you could just go to the airport and buy a plane. At the police, Dawn wanted to ask Creepy Dude some questions. He died. He was hit by an asteroid. Wait, she? No, he's not, no. She went to the dead room, where a creepy chick and Elle were still dead on the floor. Okay. Hey, creepy chick, why did you kill Elle? Then he realized creepy chick was dead and could not answer his quests. That's typically not how RPGs go. Remember, if you show up and somebody issues you a quest, make sure you're alive to do those quests. Dark, how is he talking to this guy? I need your royal death note and life note. Dark gave them to him. He wrote Creepy Chick, but nothing happened cause he needed Creepy Chick's real name. Okay, here goes nothing, he roared, tearing out the pages of the life note and pasting them into the royal death note with paste. A big rainbow blasted out of one side of an anti-rainbow with all the evil colors like brown and evil yellow exploded from the other, and the rainbows wrapped about Dawn, and all his blood became magic. Somehow, he grew like a mushroom in a mushroom farm, which really aren't that big exactly. And then he was Shinigami, except he was a clone, so he became a double Shinigami. Because that makes sense when you're a clone. One side of him was good and the other evil, and they were green and red like traffic lights. And the good side had the word good written on him in Japanish. Not Japanese, Japanish. The evil side needed to stay hidden, so it said good also. So he looked like, is it Black Claw from Cutie Honey? Except he was red and green. His fingers turned into pins, so he could whenever, and without an H, and kill dudes and also make poems. He used his pin fingers and wrote Creepy Chick. Wait, Knight panted. Why? Creepy Chick is a dude. Oh, frick, said Dawn, and then Creepy Dude came to life as a chick, 'cause that's how that stuff works. She only had one chest. Well, good, she looks normal again then. But the rest of her was normal girly bits. What happened to my man thing? Screamed Creepy Chick. I accidentally turned you into a chick, said Dawn, and the big blob of sweat appeared like an anime. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not how real life works. Just so you know. Oh, okay, because I'd totally be fine with that explanation of somehow getting gender bent. I always wanted to find out what being a chick is like anyway. She pointed to Night. Let's sex, she said erratically. Okay. Because when I'm turned into the opposite gender, I point to someone of the new same gender as me, and I immediately want to have sex instead of, I don't know, maybe being by myself a little bit and exploring my new body. Because if I suddenly am a man now, I want to kind of find out how my stuff works before I even come close to considering having sex. But maybe that's just me. But apparently we can't say this, normally. We just say it erratically. Only if you tell me what is going on, gasped Knight, getting all turned on by the fact that a dude is now suddenly a chick, even though he killed my brother's boyfriend. They got naked and sexed for a bit. Because I'm gonna have sex with you even though you didn't meet my demands in order for the sex to occur. Okay, I will explain things. I will stop here for now because I have to work out what things to explain. Because you wouldn't know how to explain anything in this story. I hope this was good enough because there was sexing and action. And also something happened. That was kind of dumb, but okay. Chapter 31. Dart goes on the internet. Happy face. Remember when I said some stuff would, W-U-D, be explained? It gets explained now. Creepy dude who was now a chick was looking at Night all sexy in a real sexy way cause they had just sexed. She was wearing a dress with pictures of ducks on it. Why? Why would they immediately get dressed after having sex unless they had somewhere to go? With pictures of ducks on it because it was all she could find at the police station because they'd have a shirt with ducks on it. And she didn't want to be naked everywhere in case someone saw. What happened to her own clothes that would be at the police station? 'Cause she took them off there. Okay, so here's the deets. What the fuck is a deets? She said. I'm Elle's dad, except now I'm his mom. No, you'd still be his dad because you were a dude when you, did the deed with his mother. But anyway, I had to give him up 'cause he's the super brainy dude and I'm just a regular brainy dude. No, if you're both intelligent, then you're both highly intelligent. Dude who looks just like him and sells burgers, and I couldn't provide a constructive home environment for him to grow up in, so I sent him to live with his Gramps, who is my dad, and is a super Britishy dude and has a mustache and drinks cups of tea. I think they know who that is. And we already figured this out. Well, with the exception of giving up your son, well, not really for adoption, but yeah, anyway. Whoa, so down there, Einstein, Knight said, who killed you? Just to explain that. Okay, thanks. Who killed you? Well, clearly there was an asteroid that hit me. If you want to know who killed me, go ask your mom. She kind of figured it out. Sort of. Maybe. Anyway, just go ask the guy who looks like L that's not actually L. I mean, come on. I was, for some reason is capitalized, killed by my other son who is even eviler than me. And his name is Chaos with a K. Chaos Comics. I knew it was you. You and your pro-gay and transgendered comicness. I knew you were evil. Anyway, I'm sorry. I was trying to do a joke and it didn't really work. And his nickname is K. Or he just goes by the letter K. Like my son goes by L. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really tired. Night shot creepy chick in the face with a crossbow. Where did she get a crossbow and why would she do that after they brought him back? Kay thinks she said to kill him. She had to kill him so the police could find the body. I guess. But he was already dead, so whatever. Not like it stopped anything else in this story from killing anybody else or bringing them back somehow or killing them again and then somehow they're back again. Meanwhile, at the Chaos Crib. Okay, look, I can forgive you for changing the C in Chaos to a K. I'm not gonna forgive you for changing the C in Crib to a K. That's just dumb. And that's like when I was in my phase of replacing everything with the C with a K because I thought it was cool because I was Caleb Cat. That's why cat is spelled with a K. when I picked my pen name. That comes from me being in high school and me being stupid. But I never really changed it because I've had it for so long, as I just associate that with me. So yes, I am Caleb Cat with a K. Anyway, I will still call stupid on it because it is dumb, and it took me a long time to drop that habit. Chaos was eating breakfast, and he had a bowl of Special K, 'cause that's his name, and probably put a shit ton of sugar in it because it tastes like Jack. His kitchen was super high-tech, and there was a robot mom, I'm sure, Kaylee, who made his breakfast. Made it by getting a bowl, pouring the cereal into the bowl, and pouring milk into the cereal, and then dusted the entire thing with shit tons of sugar, and then put it before him with a spoon, and fed it to him, I guess. Beep, would you like some, as in a number, oatmeal? Kaylee said, and a bunch of lights shined when she talked. No, 'cause that stuff tastes like fuck. I don't know, I got some, strawberry oatmeal in my pantry, and you make it with milk, and is it really filling? No, not really, but it does taste good if you put enough sugary crap in it. Much like your shitty Special K. Kay spat in her face. You're a dick. And windshield wipers wiped it off. So is she kind of like Rosie from the Jetsons? Okay, I will make you a bacon cake. Ew, that's gross. That is so gross. But then again, there are people who like things like bacon brownies. I don't see how that would taste good. No. That's more like it, Kay said. Suddenly a bunch of red lights went red. Well, clearly if they're red lights. And the sirens went off, and doors everywhere locked like Nerve. Nerve. Every time an angel comes. So yes, to the person who left the comment referencing Evangelion, apparently this person has watched Eva and is clearly putting stuff in here that is Evangelion. I cannot recall your name, otherwise I would name you. I am so fucking tired. I need to go to bed. Like, seriously. Anyway. Oh no! The name alarm! The name alarm? So you've also read Harry Potter. Well, when was the last Harry Potter book released? I don't know, but I guess the name alarm is the same thing as in, I believe it was the last book, Harry Potter book, where Voldemort or his cronies casted a spell. Since Harry wasn't afraid to use his name, he just say Voldemort. And every time he said Voldemort, well, everybody was like, we know exactly where he was at the time he said Voldemort. So then they would flock there to try and kill him. Or at least that's what I've been told. So anyway, the name alarm. Someone has revealed my true name. So I guess it is that spell, whatever. A hole opened in the floor and a pole came out. Should be a period or something to break that up. He jumped in it like Batman. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay. He zoomed down it real fast and landed on a rat. Okay. Sorry, my ratty friend, he said, and life netted it back to life. I don't think that Death Notes can bring animals back to life. It was his best friend, and it had a human brain, except he had to cut it down to fit in the rat's head. Ow! Cut it down to fit in the rat's head, which made it even stupider than a normal rat. I'm not even going to try to science that with an explanation. But insert Lankara clip here with the two Hitlers. Normal rat, so that wasn't a good idea. He ran to his computer. It was a supercomputer, because everybody has a supercomputer, I guess. And he'd taken the hard drive out and put a death note in its place. So when he typed someone's name, they died. So he couldn't use Facebook because he kept killing dudes by mistake. Why would you print out shit from Facebook? Granted, I don't really use Facebook except to post a notice being like, hey, I uploaded a video on YouTube. Also, hi all my friends and family that really could give a shit less about anything I actually post because they're not into the same shit I am. But yeah, the screen was all flashy and everything was zooming around, and there was a big picture of Knight that he had for some reason. He had taken with his catalyte. It was like a normal satellite, but it videoed everyone in the world, so he could know when someone said chaos. No, that would be impossible. Also, if it's a satellite, you should call it a satellite, not try to put K in front of everything, 'cause that's dumb. Is it Knight Yagami? Chaos screamed. He typed Knight into his death computer, but she didn't die. Oh, it is Knight Yagami? Oh, he's questioning. Okay. He makes a statement, but says it as a question, and I was confused by that. Also, I was going to say, why does he have a giant picture of Knight? But then I realized that the reason why he has that is because she said his name, so it blew up a picture of her on the screen, I guess. Chaos screamed. He typed, oh yeah, she didn't die. WTF, why is this? Without finishing my sentence, he screamed. Then he realized she was a clone. So, okay, I was gonna say that's a lie, but I don't think we ever actually tried death noting her, did we? And now I'm using the same terminology as the story. Damn you! Damn! That means I need her real name. Computer, who was she cloned from? Beep, 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 beep. The computer said, which is like Dark Yagami in computerish. Then I will kill this Dark Yagami dude. He started to type, Dark Yagami! Actually, didn't we find out Dark's name actually isn't Dark? That's just more like a nickname. So that actually wouldn't work. On the other side of the world, Dark was in his room with light. Okay. Okay. Was it Dark with Night? Shouldn't he? Whatever. I guess they went back about their business after Night had sex with it doesn't matter. Dark was in his room with Light. They were both sexing with chicks, not each other. Then Light's GF realized, wait, Light's girlfriend? No, his boyfriend was L, but then again, L's dead now, so. GF realized Dark was better, so she went and sexed with Dark, and Light was all sad and alone. Frick, I wish that handsome twin of mine was dead. Then Dark died. No, I was only joking. Light got a life note, and life noted Dark back to life, but every time he did, Dark got death noted again, and Chaos could death note him faster, cause he had copy and paste. Well, true. that would be faster than running somebody back to life. Night, come quick! But Night was dead too, and so was Day. Wait, how was Day dead? How was Day dead? He's a clone of Light. Just because he said he wants Dark to be his dad doesn't actually make Dark his dad. And Dawn, everyone who had Dark's DNA died, which, well, technically that would be the entire Yagami family, because they come from the same parents. Anyway, Light ran to his hologram machine, his hologram. When did he have that? And turned it on. There was a hologram of Dark in it for emergencies. Why? Author's note, I saw iRobot the other day. It's got this hologram of Dead Dude. So it's like that, Kay. That's a recording. That's all that is a recording. It's not the same thing as the actual person. Whatever. The hologram was all blue and sparkly. Hello, I am Dark's hologram, and my name is Dusk Yagami. Why are we making up more characters? Why? Dusk means like sunset, but not quite like twilight. Oh, fuck you, seriously. And I have no DNA, cause I am a robot, which is why I am not dead. Clearly, anybody Anybody knows this. Anybody knows this. Dusk, I need you to solve the murder, Light said, and pointed at the dead body and the sad chicks crying on it. Because I wouldn't have freaked out and fled when the dude died. Okay, but first I will finish sexing up the sad chicks. How can he do that? He's a hologram. He's mean. Well, maybe he's kind of like Linkara's hologram. Like, he can actually interact with stuff. And you, apparently, because he almost, he threatened to kill a 90s kid that one time. Anyway, Dustin, and he made the chicks happy again, because we're totally not gonna care about the guy that died. He's right there dead. And sent them on their way. A way that was there, I guess. So they actually didn't leave. They just stayed there, but they were sexually satisfied. So a dead body being in the same room they are, that's okay. Okay, I think I know who did this. Come with me, Dust said. With a comma, he clicked his fingers, and Light turned into a hologram. That's not how that works! And now Light's name was Shadow. Fuck you! 'Cause he was a hologram. That doesn't make any sense. We must go to the internet. Because he couldn't sit in front of a computer and find this out. Really. They jumped through the wires and had to dodge a bunch of music and pictures of naked ladies that Soichiro was downloading. Because it's not like he has a wife that he could be busy with. One hit shadow. That sounds like a song or a music group or something. And then he had to sing Bad Romance. Ga 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 ba 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 ba. Bad Romance. I just love some Bad Romance. Dust sang along 'cause he liked the song. Then they came out of the wire and landed in a massive city made of ones and zeros. So it's sort of like Reboot. Ones and zeros and a bunch of other numbers too, and some Japanish letters like the Matrix. Okay, this is the internet. Yeah. I was gonna make another Reboot reference, but it's been so long since I've seen Reboot, I can't really remember what the internet looks like exactly in Reboot. But from what I understand, in Reboot, the internet was a really bad place. He pointed to a black hole on the other side of the city. That leads to the evil side of the internet. There is no evil side to the internet. And that is where we need to go, because that is where the computer death notes are. Computer death notes? What? Just downloaded a bus and a NASCAR and then smushed them together to make a NAS bus. Dumb. It was the fastest bus ever and had a nuclear for an engine and another nuclear for the headlights, 'cause that totally makes sense, which were so bright that it set the road on fire, which probably means your computer is on fire and you should put it out. Let's go! I guess the author said, because there's no quotes or anything. Dark slammed down on the gas, except it wasn't gas but nuclear, so he slammed down on the nuclear, which then exploded and killed them all. The bus went so fast that everyone's clothes burned off as it drove past. Somehow. I guess because of wind burn. Agent Smith, so we're trying to do it like the Matrix, okay, whatever. Agent Smith tried to stop them because he exists in that world for some reason, but even he couldn't keep up, and he was just left in the dust shouting, "I'll get you next time, Gadget! Next time! I'll get you next time, Mr. Anderson," because somebody over there is named Mr. Anderson. They crashed into a skyscraper, and luckily it was made of computer numbers, so the numbers sprayed everywhere and people had to jump out of the way, but no one was hurt. Then they smashed through Facebook and killed all the animals on nearest Farmville. You guys are assholes. And did wheelies and donuts in his fields. Soon they got to the black hole and drove through. Shouldn't they have just done that in the first place instead of just being dicks? Whatever. Then they were in Chaos Crib. Now, we fight, Dusk said, grabbing a taser. How is that going to do anything? You're in a computer. You are data. It's not like Vice is going to show up and help you fight the entity or... Well, I was going to say, is the King of Worms made of data? I mean, he kind of did get a little fuzzy, but that could have just been the entity fucking with people. Anyway, sorry, don't mean to bring in other things I've been watching into this. This was dramatic, alright. IDK, maybe they should have spent longer on the internet? Aren't they still in the internet? Whatever. Tell me in a review. Also, I have a Twitter now. My username is Real Dark Yagami, 'cause there was a fake. Yes, I want to make a Twitter account telling people that I'm Dark Yagami and I wrote this story. Yes, I want all the hate mail and the anger and crap that people are going to be sending me thinking I'm this dude. And maybe I'm a troll of a troll, but I don't know. That's just not something I would want. I have better things to do with my day, like read shitty fanfic. Chapter 32. The end is not near. Get tit? I have tits. Thank you. This chap is based on a film I saw. I guess it's based. Dusk got out a machine gun. No, he got out a taser. And a rocket and a rocket gun. It's a rocket launcher. And splooshed them together to make a machine bazooka. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a bazooka shoots grenades. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm starting to mix like my Resident Evil knowledge about guns with... It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And a load of rockets came out. They had nuclears in them, of course, because we couldn't live without our nuclear. And everything in a million miles went bang like Dragon Ball Z. Okay. They were in the desert now and floating in the sky. I thought they weren't in the internet anymore. Whatever. A car was on fire because we apparently like our cars on fire. And there was some burned hot dogs on the floor. And someone had stepped on them so they were all squished now and a dog ate them. Wait, how? If they're not in the internet, how are they floating? Oh wait, they're holograms, right. I forgot. That was my true power, Dust roared. Wait. If he's not in the internet anymore, how is he able to do any of this? Are they still inside a computer? Or are they in the real world? If they're inside a computer, then I can believe this a little more. But if they're in the real world, of course, granted, nothing has made sense, even when they were in the real world, so I'm just gonna shut up now and keep reading. That was my true power! Dust roared, punching Chaos so hard in the face that his hand broke and smooshed up into jello. But he's a hologram. That can't happen. But then again, I guess Dust is a different character, so yeah. Maybe he's a real person. I don't know. Chaos spat out some blood and also his gum and laughed like mad dude who was mad. He ripped apart his clothes for some reason, and he was all ripped, and his blood had been replaced by lightning. Because you can keep living after you drain your body of blood and replace it with electricity. So it zapped and buzzed under his skin like a Christmas tree. Xmas tree. He did some rips, and they were so big that a mountain exploded. He did some rips? You mean reps? And even if he did some reps, how does that make a mountain explode? Maybe it makes the Smoky Mountains explode because I'm that angry sometimes when I read these dumb fanfics. And I go take it out on one of the various mountains in the Smokies. I don't know. But my power is truer, he bellowed. Which one bellowed? Chaos? Who knows? He was so loud that his shout ripped all his tooths out, and he had to pick them up again. I don't know how he put them back in his mouth. I guess he just had to go get dentures made of them or something. Who knows? They started punching and kicking and slapping and stabbing and elbowing and nooking and nooking and shooting and gutting and boning. They bonding each other. Bonding each other really hard. Oh, well, sounds like sexy times then. Shadow joined in the fight too, but he was too weak, and Chaos pinched him, and he exploded. So Light's dead now, apparently. No, my one weakness, shouted Shadow, even though he had lots of weaknesses 'cause he was a weak guy, but wanted to seem badass. Now he is out of the way. Now he is out of the way. I can reveal my even stronger power. Because taking out the weak guy means that I can unleash my secret power when I could have unleashed my secret power. Probably killed both guys instead of just that one dude. Dust screamed and he killed Chaos. With his scream? Did he make his ear bleed like Speed Grappler? Where that one guy turns into a stereo or something and just kills people with sound wave. The next week, they were at Chaos funeral. Everyone had been life noted back to live, even near, though he was still alive, and even though we left L dead in that one room with his dad, who then became a chick, and then we killed her again. We just life noted them all back, so that was pointless. This is a good funeral, screeched Near, playing with a bunch of something stupid like bionicles or something. I like it 'cause his coffin is made of Legos. Near was all fat now 'cause of the debut note. Author's note, Japanish for fat note. See my Twitter for the deets, 'cause there's a video and it's a real thing, not just a thing I made up, like most stuff. I'm pretty sure the fat note is not a real thing, 'cause you can't actually do that. Dark had taken the Death Note hard disk out the computers of Chaos and put it in his iPad. Author's note, Dark has an iPad 'cause he's a cool dude. I want one, but my dad's a lame guy. It's not like they're super expensive or anything, so fuck you. And got me a bike instead, which sucks. They're super fucking expensive. Gee, get a fucking job. If you want one so bad, pay for all this shit yourself. This made it into a death pad. Oh my god. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about how stupid this is. We already know it's dumb. It can kill dudes by phoning them. Dusk lived in the death pad with Shadow. I thought Shadow died. And there was a hologram machine in it 'cause it was a magic death pad because it can be magic somehow. So they became real peeps. Fantastic. Dust had a mustache, so he looked not like Dark and Shadow. And Shadow had earrings and a red face thingy like Cyclops from X-Men 'cause he had laser eyes. Because holograms have those things and can use them, especially when they become real people. That totally makes sense. They buried Chaos, and the girl from the bus was real sad 'cause she sexed with him that one time. Did she? I honestly can't remember. But no one else did. Then they had a party. Nothing happened for a bit, guys. They can't always have an exciting live, So I'm skipping like a year 'cause all they did was go to school and Kira dudes. And this one time, Soichiro had an affair with the desk lady, and Light's mom was real sad, so she cheated on him with Watari, and now they're even. No, that doesn't make you even. That's not how shit works. In fact, you really wouldn't go into any detail or anything about it, but that would have been more interesting to read. If somebody wants to write that story where Soichiro has an affair with one of the female police officers, and then his wife finds out, and probably feels very upset and stuff, and probably feels compelled to, Watari's probably a nice gentleman. Anything you write would probably be with, this time skip would be more thought out and better than this entire story. I would read it. Not really the pairings I'm interested in or characters I'm interested in. I would read it because it's different. And if you can write it seriously, even more props to you. I'm gonna school, Mom. You're gonna school. Okay? Light giggled, because you do that when you go to school. I hated going to school because I got picked on all the time. As he went out the door to get the bus. He didn't leave to get on the bus, he went to get a bus. Bye, my son, as in the star in the sky, Light's mom said back, passing him his lunch bag, which was full of icky stuff like tuner? I don't think you can eat that. That's usually something you do for sound, but okay. Tuner sandwiches and normal bananas which were not made of blood. Wasn't there something that said humans shouldn't eat blood banana? Whatever. Bleeding heck, Darko, she swore. That's not swearing. You're gonna be late. Nah, man, I don't need to go to school 'cause they said that I was too smart and I was confusing the other kids, so they paid me to stay home. That's not how that works. If you're too smart, they're going to up you to the senior class, graduate you as fast as possible, and then you'll probably go to college. Dark replied. He wasn't just playing, he was playing on it, on a case of this game, on Modern Warfare 3, which is a game they have in the future, I'm sure. And it's like the normal game, but with laser guns. Because that's a step up, I guess, from the original Modern Warfares. I don't know, I don't play those kinds of games. I like horror, puzzle, platformer things. I get motion sick with the platformers, but hey. Blimey, I don't know. I didn't know you were such a brainy dude, even though I'm your mom. I didn't know this. I would not make you do the laundry if I knew. Why wouldn't you make him do the laundry? Everybody needs to know how to do their own laundry. Otherwise, how are you going to have clean clothes? Or a clean yard? She kissed him in a mommy way, and even though she's previously had sex with him, in fact, cheated on him long before Soichiro cheated on her. But anyway, and went to do his laundry for him and clean his room. Because Dirt couldn't do this himself, for some reason. Night was upstairs and she was building ... something. So he just went up there to find out, to see if she is masturbating or something. Whatever. What you building, sis? Not what you are building. What are you building? But what you building, sis? Dawn. I don't care anymore. Said gallivanting in the room. I don't think he'd be doing that in her room, unless it's a pretty big room, but okay. I am making a new machine that will be like a time machine. Oh god, no. Let's not involve time travel again. Aren't we over this time travel bull crap with the, okay. So we can time travel, he said, all excited style. No, cause it's not actually a time machine, you numbnut. This machine will time travel you into Peep's dreams. Well, then why did you say it was a time machine? In that case, it's a dream diving machine. Whatever. Will time travel you into Peep's dreams instead, like the 13th of Friday. No, that's Jason. You're looking for Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, says somebody in bold. Meanwhile, at school, today we will be learning about chemicals, lights teacher boringly. Okay. Are they, Ben Stein in that one movie where he's just calling people's names and is like seriously the most boring teacher ever? Are they the cool chemicals? 'Cause I want to learn how to make a bum. Well, first, you waste all of your money, and then you become homeless, you don't shower or shave, and you take up being an alcoholic, and then you find a place under a bridge or alley where you live in a cardboard box, and you can't wash your clothes or anything, except that you do it in the river in the park, and probably be attacked by a lot of ducks and geese and crap. And probably steal moldy bread from the ducks to eat. That's a pretty sad life yeah. No, we will just learn about boring chemicals like water and gas. Well, no. Well, of course they wouldn't teach you how to make a bum. Or even a bomb, which is what you mean. Man. And if you have access to the... No, I'm going to shut up about the better criminals thing, because I don't want you to do dumb crap. Oh boy, I can't wait to learn about gas because it is a useful chemical that our lives are built on and are used in factories and stuff. Near shrieks, why is he in your class? Really boringly, and told everyone about the gassiness of it, and it was so boring. You would not believe it, you guys. Light got really bored and fell asleep. In Light's dreams, he was sexing with Misa, who's married to his sister Sayu, who's queen of the Shinigami. So why are you having a wet dream about your sister's wife? That's terrible of you. That is very terrible of you, sir. But they weren't on the train 'cause it was a dream, as opposed to being at home in your room because it's a dream. Everything whooshed real fast, and it was over, and they got of the train. That was real good, Misa. I wish you weren't a lesbian now. I am vicarious, remember? It would be creepy sexing you and your sis, but we could work something out. No, you couldn't. Unless Sayu was somehow okay with her wife seeing other people on the side. Some people are fine with that. Some people are actually okay with extramarital or having stuff outside of the relationship. That's not something I get or I personally approve of, but what you and your significant other or others agree upon as part of your relationship, that's up to you. I'm more of a traditionalist, but everybody's different. She winked and they sexed again, and now the girl from the bus was there, and it was a threesome. I didn't know you were a bisexual. Also, Light screamed, a bisexual? What kind of sexual orientation is that? Is it like being bisexual? You made me into one with your everything note, remember? No, he didn't. The girl with the bus said, author's note, I forgot to write this, but it happened in chapter 7 during the 7-sum, okay? Sheesh. If you forgot to... No. The death note, and subsequently every other note, compels the person to do something that one time. It doesn't magically make you actually change. It does something to you supernaturally so that you will do its bidding for that one thing. If he fixed it in the everything note for her to always be bisexual, or bisexual as it is here, he would have to write in the everything note that she is bisexual for the rest of her life. It's the only way that could really work. But also, I'm thinking too hard about this and should just keep going because I'm almost at the end of the chapter. Whoa, said Light, and they found themselves in a crazy dream castle made of sharks, and there was a table covered in beds, so they sexed again. A table covered in beds. Why would beds be on the... I know it's a dream, but good grief. This time he dreamt Chaos was watching. Why? Then he realized it wasn't a dream, or it was, but Chaos wasn't a dream. He was real in Light's dream, and he had a rope. Oh, so he's in a bondage, and they're about to do some kinky shit. I'm into this suddenly. No, that's where we end the dream. Where we totally end the dream. Wake up! Light woke up and laughed real loud. Care to explain what was so fun? Mr. Light, Melville, Yagami, Light teacher droned. Why would the teacher say your whole name? Why wouldn't he just call you Mr. Yagami or just say Light? Yeah, tell us, you douche, Near added 'cause he was teacher's pet. Sorry, Teach, I just dreamed I sexed with my 2 ex-girlfriends, who is a lesbian now. Your 2 ex-girlfriends, who somehow combined to be 1 lesbian. Makes as much sense as the rest of this story. Oh, okay, now as I was saying about gas, ... In the part to me or Norligi of gas, Near screamed, bashing his Legos on the table. Why would he be playing with his Legos if he's in class? Also, why is he in class with Light? Why is he enrolled in a Japanese but somehow American school? I don't understand. He ha. Little do they know I have kidnapped Light in his own dream by tying him up with rope in his dreams, and now I am in control. Shouted Chaos, because you just said it was Chaos, unless it was somebody else using Chaos's form. You'll have to find out next time. Sorry guys, I just love cliffhanger souls. Don't forget my Twitter, Real Dark Yagami.